Alright, hello, welcome back to another video with your host, Rising Oblivion. Today, guys, we have more news for Persona 5 Phantom X. If you didn't know, this is a mobile game for Persona 5 that's going to be coming out in China first, but we think it's going to be rolling around to other places later. Hopefully it gets more of an international release here at some point, but we do know that there's going to be more news for it. August 18th is when we're going to be getting the second beta test. There's also a trailer that's been released for this, alongside showing us some brand new characters for the game as well. I'm going to try and sprinkle that throughout the video, but first things first, I'm just going to go ahead and just let you see the whole trailer first things first, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about the beta. And apparently you can already go ahead and sign up for it in certain countries, but we'll get more into that beta later. There's also another one that's going to be the 21st for Taiwan and whatnot as well. You unfortunately have to have a Chinese phone number. Like I said, we'll jump into that more after we watch the trailer here, but I'm just going to give you the trailer first and foremost here first, and then we'll talk a little bit more about more of the news regarding this whole game and its beta and whatnot.
何？今の声強敵だ。そのつもりでかかれ。くじけません。
まずいですね。できるもんかよ。
無欲と決別してみせてくれ。選択したのであればつかめるはずだ。そうだ、それでいい。
欲望を満たそうとして災難に遭う。占った方がいいです。
薬の目当てってことだ。約束通り会いに来てやった。
電車が間もなく到着いたします。
電車の中から消えたよね。ワンダ、仕上げだ。お宝をもらうと予告してやれ。
それだけは。
何あれ。ダメだ、ムカついてきた。私もう黙ってなんてられない。
このベルトさながらに固く結ばれることに。さあ、契約だ。我は汝。
汝は我。
ドカーンと行きましょう。完璧って。私らのとっておきファイトー。今です。
俺の出番だ。だら。
一人我が恥。
切り刻む。せよ。
かけろヨハンナ。まだよ、受けてみなさい。
全力だアルセール。
ほらほら、これでとどめ。お邪魔します。へえ、思ってたより綺麗だね。
So that is the second trailer we have gotten for this game. So far we've really not had a whole lot to go off of here, but not only does this trailer show us more gameplay, but it shows us new characters, even some more footage of the other characters in the other Persona series we've had throughout Persona 5 and Royal. Again, no Kasumi or Akachi. I don't know why they decided not to really include that here. It seems like most of the games have been kind of pushing them to the side here. So I think Royal maybe was in development during a lot of these spin-off games that have been coming out, you know, like Strikers, the mobile game, stuff like that. So Tactica, I think, is going to be, you know, that's why it's DLC for Kasumi and Akachi, and, you know, but either way, I digress. We also see some of the same areas here. We know this is going to be taking place pretty much the exact same place that it took place in Royal, in the Tokyo region, like it showed there. Even showed the map. It showed Shinjuku, Shibuya, all the different places there that we know and love from the areas. We even get to see the fucking, you know, Takami. We also get to see the tarot card reader, all of those different characters, which I was really curious about whether or not they were going to do that. And it looks pretty much exactly the same, probably because it is exactly the same, literally the same models and everything put right into this game, right into the mobile game, which Persona 5 in general wasn't very demanding. It released on the PS3 and was more or less sort of just upscaled and put onto next-gen consoles around the PS4 era. I guess that's just like last gen now, but at the time, you know, the game really wasn't that hard to push. Persona 5 Royal plays on the Switch. It's not a very demanding game, so we're still getting to, you know, see and play all of the same areas we know and love from Royal in this game, which is nice. I'm glad that we get to do that. It makes sense, it's a good staple, it's characters we already know, but this trailer also showed us a couple of different characters here, especially the cat girl. Like, what the fuck? I think a lot of people wanted something more cat-like. I mean, Ann's a panther and everything, so she's kind of near there. Them two could be button heads a little bit in terms of like who is the cat, I guess like Persona user. I don't know the names exactly. A lot of this is in Chinese, so it's a little bit hard to like fully understand everything that's kind of happening here, but we are for sure seeing brand new characters, hopefully some new areas in this game as well. I think towards the middle of the trailer, or like more towards the end, we actually get to see where a character, you know, ends up staying. I think they flat out just have a apartment, which is pretty interesting. We got to see like a little bit of a cooking like animation there. Maybe that's something you can do at your house, is you can like cook meals and stuff like that, similar to the coffee that we had in Persona 5, like LeBlanc and stuff like that. Maybe this character is going to be able to cook and stuff like that in his apartment for different like stat boosts or whatever it might be, items that he could use sort of in the metaverse and everything. So I think that's kind of what we're seeing there with the apartment, which is pretty cool. I don't know the full details. Like I said, this is developed by a Chinese developer with help from ATLUS, so a lot of it is kind of hard to understand, and they're not really marketing it in an international way, which is worrisome for sure. But honestly, first glance that we've seen so far from this game, it actually looks really nice. Not just because, yeah, it's Persona 5, right? It's going to look good, people are going to be interested in it, but even the new things that they brought in here. The new characters look pretty cool. I like the design of the main characters. Some of the side characters as well. I'm going to put up a picture of one of the brand new characters, the guy there, the blue hair, like Chop, whatever. We can see his persona and everything else as well. We've seen some of the other characters in their new personas and everything, so I'm going to keep that up so you guys can see that. And some of these pictures here also show the new characters too. Of course, the owl guy is kind of like our version of Morgana, I guess, in this game, a bit of our like navigator or something like that. I assume that's the role he's taking place of, but we also have the older Phantom Thieves, which looked like they were actually doing combat there. So we have a brand new squad of people and the old squad as well, and it seems like, based on what we knew from the last trailer and the last bits of information that we have gotten from that, we do know that there is going to be an element of those old characters also playing a big role within this game. It seems like Joker, in part, is going to be helping here, which, similar enough, is a lot of like what Persona 5 Tactica kind of is. It's sort of doing a very similar thing there, where it's like we have the old crew in help with someone else. So I don't really know if the Persona 5 like Phantom X people are trying to fight and do something different. It just makes me wonder why not just have the Phantom Thieves, a normal group, just do everything here. So hopefully we'll get to know a little bit more about that. I assume, of course, the story is probably going to have some elements in terms of the story to sort of explain that, and also give us the extent as to which, like, how much are the OG cast going to be involved with this. It seems like they're bringing us a decent amount of new characters, so I don't know. It just seems like this is going to be a huge roster of potential characters we can play as. I don't know. It's interesting to think of. It could all just be part of the gacha system for this game. Unfortunately, that might just end up like just part of it down the road, and also the different, you know, outfits and stuff like that. We've already known that there's cosmetics, but also characters are probably going to be a part of that as well. But we'll just have to wait and see how things go. Let me know how you felt about this trailer. Do you like the newer characters? Do you like the new cat character, the guy with the blue hair? Again, it's all in Chinese. I'm going to be trying giving you as much information as possible. I'm sure a lot of this will be translated. We'll get to know more, but I'll keep you up to date on everything with Persona 5, Persona 5 Tactica, Persona 3 Reload, all things ATLUS. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe for more content. As always, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching.